always smoke on Instagram and shit because I got a lot of different people to follow me and stuff like that. Everybody that knows me knows I smoke, and sometimes I smoke on the ground, but not often.
I got you. I got you. So does that affect? Does it affect?
Let me say hi to your people. Hi, everybody out there.
There you go.
Hi, everybody on the G5 Cultivation
That's
Instagram
right.
page.
Thank you so much, man. We love you, man. Mike speaks. So I mean, we see you come through Vegas. I didn't call the show. You coming out to Vegas? You was at the SLS. You did your thing. You know what I'm saying? So
and
okay.
Then I went over to the Jimmy Kimmel Comedy Club at the Link.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's when they shut everything down, because I saw when you posted, like, yo, they just sent me a memo saying they was going to shut the casino down. Like, is that how you found out what was going on?
Well, I had been there for months, and we knew this shit was coming. And I had my birthday is March 12th, so I was a Pisces. So
Happy birthday.
Thank you. My birthday was on the Thursday. And so I had a birthday party and comedy show the Sunday before my birthday and the Sunday after my birthday, which was the 9th and the 15th. On the 15th, I was there. I had a penthouse. I knew I was going to have an after party with maybe 12 people. The Archbishop Don Magic Juan, Pimp as Kenny Red, and all them. And about 5 hours before the show, we got the email, and they also said they were closing the Win and the Encore, I think.
Yeah.
That very day. So about 5 hours before the show, I found out. So we didn't do the show. We did have my little party, and we got in the car and came back to L.A., and I've been in L.A. since the 16th of March. I'm not bored. I'm not none of that. I hate this pandemic where people have been dying, because you die alone. You don't get no dignified funeral or nothing like that. But for those of us who love living, I'm enjoying the motherfucking time off. I'm tired. I was scheduled to have an operation right before this. I got to put that off. So,
So I was going to say, you travel a lot. You on the road. You rolling, right? So is this kind of, I know, through trying times for a lot of people, and you hit it on the nose. That was the thing that made me sad, is that, like, people are passing away without their families, if they are. And then some of it, the only thing that concerns me about this virus is, like, I noticed they attach other things to it. They say, well, they did have some other complications that could have helped it, so that's what made me a little worried.
But.
So, but you're always on the road, so this is kind of relief for you. Is this the longest that you've been home? Like I'm talking about, like, you sat down, like.
Yeah, it's the longest I've been home in about 5 years. Just 2 weeks.
Because I've been following you a long time, and I had to sit back and I started thinking about all the stuff that you've been on, all the things that you're involved with. I'm like, she's busy. She stayed busy. You know what I'm saying? You do it. So let's go down to this. Borat, Taken 2, Think Like a Man, 1, Think Like a Man 2. That's My Boy. The cartoon Hotel Transylvania. Am I lying?
1 and 2. Hotel Transylvania 1 and 2.
1 and 2. My bad. Yeah, talk that talk. Let me see. Hold on. The Boondocks, Black Jesus. I mean, you are, man, Lunell. Lunell, you are on. Listen, hold on. And then I saw some stuff that you have posted, like with Eddie Murphy, and I'm like, you balling, like you out of control. So what do you have coming up with Eddie Murphy?
All that, and yet I still get people being like, "Who are you, old ass bitch? We don't know you. You washed up." And I'm like, okay, motherfucker, you just not in the loop. Well, of course I did Dolomite. Why don't you feed them goddamn Rottweilers or whatever the fuck? I did Dolomite, which is a movie that if you guys haven't seen.
Yep, I had Dolomite on my list.
Dolomite is my. You mean you haven't watched it yet?
Dolomite was good. Dolomite was really good.
Oh, you had Dolomite on your list. Okay, I thought you had.
No, I had him on my list. Dolomite. Look, Dolomite is my name.
Yeah.
So
The other stuff that I have is in the can, and we don't know when it's gonna come out. Of course, Coming to America too. You
hmm
know, I did The Last OG with Tracy Morgan,
okay.
and a show called Family Reunion for Netflix. A movie called Ball Busters with Jerry O'Connell, and another
Leah,
big secret project.
I mean, yeah, you was in Taken. Was you in Taken 1 and 2 or just 2?
Two.
2, yep. Liam Neeson. Like so, to me, you a legend. Like you, like that shows you like that Snoop, like kind of has made, and then like you like him just quietly, just ran the table quiet as I mean, just and people love you. Like every time I see you, like I see you, or people love you. You always so nice and sweet. I mean, you just your game is just impeccable, and I love it. I mean, I love you.
Not always, nigga. Not always.
So I saw too that you kicked your daughter out. Is that true? Is that a true story? Is that real? Or that?
No, I didn't kick her out. She has her own place to live 4 blocks away from me. But I did quarantine her and her boyfriend and his partner and this other girl. You know, I just had to. I don't really watch the news like that because it depresses me, makes me upset.
Mm-hmm.
I did watch it, and the shit spooked me. And after it spooked me, I'm like, I'm done. You know, my husband has a breathing condition,
Uh-huh.
and we just can't afford to have people running the fuck in and out here because while they may be with you, I don't know what the fuck they're doing when they're not with you or who they're around. And, you know, that's why I reached out to Snoop today, and I'm going to reach out to some more celebrities because I feel like, you know, the youngsters are not listening to anybody, the news or anybody, and they're like, oh, Granny, she gonna be all right and stuff like that. There's a lot of grandparents taking care of their kids right now.
Right.
And, you know, this shit is motherfucking real. Do you want to be the one to give Mima the virus? Do you want to be the one to fuck up Grandpa? And just think if we had it turned around. Just think if there were young people that was falling out every goddamn day and they were catching a virus that only older people could give them. We would do everything in our power
Oh,
to make sure that you were going to be safe and be okay. We wouldn't
that's right.
take no chance. We'd be like, fuck that, I can't be around you. But we're not getting the same thing. It's a little disconcerting, but, you know, God is able, and we're covered in the blood, and, you know,
Right.
if you're going to pray, don't be scared. If you're going to be scared, don't pray. So.
Okay, so let me ask you this, because maybe some of these people don't know. You were born in, is it Arkansas or North Carolina? I think it was Arkansas, and then you grew up in Northern California, right? Southern California. So what
I was
made
born
you?
in Arkansas. I grew up in Northern California.
So okay, let me ask you a question. So how old were you when you moved? Were you young when you moved to Northern California? And what
I was
made you get
2 months old.
to?
I was
Okay,
2 months old when I moved from Arkansas to California.
okay, so you from California. Okay, I got you. So like
Yeah, basically.
what made you get into like comedy, and what made you take that step? What made you take that leap to say, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna go and do my thing?
Well, getting into comedy is a long story that I don't feel like going into on Instagram. But I'll tell you that what gave me the bug for entertainment, period, was that I went to a play. A friend of mine did a play, and I went to the play. And it was opening night for the play. Yeah. And after the play, we got to go backstage, and I got to see the lights and see the ropes and the wardrobes and the wigs and the dressing rooms. And then we went to the reception. And at the reception, everybody was drinking champagne and eating a little finger food and taking pictures and signing autographs. And I said, well, I don't know what this is, but I want this. This is what I want. So that's when I got the bug. And I was like maybe 12, 13, maybe about 12, 13.
Okay. So, and Snoop, how did you get that that affiliation? Because I know a lot of the rappers respect you. Nipsey, may he rest in peace. I mean, that was like, I see a lot of those rappers that really gravitate themselves to you. I mean, how did you get linked up with Snoop? I mean, like, they respect you. They give you a lot of love and respect. How did that come about?
Huh. That's a good question. Because I've been knowing Snoop. So I think we got cast in a commercial together for MTV Europe.
Right.
And we had to work together and be in close quarters and limousine, stuff like that. I think that's when I first met him, and that was probably about 15 years ago.
Okay.
And then after that, you know, they started inviting me to do those GGN things, and we did Mac and Devin Goes to High School, and
Okay.
I
Yep.
became good friends with Archbishop Don Magic Juan is my good friend, and
Okay.
we just started like hanging out, and you know, I emailed him today, as a matter of fact, to try to get him to do a public service announcement for these kids, you know, because I believe like, if Snoop and YG, DJ Mustard, Khaled, Megan, Cardi, if they do a thing and say, you guys sincerely listen, you got to stay at home. You're fucking up, you guys. I think that maybe the kids might listen to them when they won't listen to me. You know what I mean? Or whatever.
I got you. So like, you've been doing comedy. Do you have your own any comedy specials of your own that you own, or you? I mean, is there anything in the works with Netflix? Seem to have their own comedy shows and comedy things coming out. Would you be interested in doing your own like comedy specials and whatnot?
It really would depend on the money, because there's a lot of backstory about doing a Netflix special that you guys don't know.
Right.
You know, and I don't know if I'm really down with all that. I'm not thirsty after a Netflix special. They would have to come to me.
Right.
I do have some projects that I've already done for Netflix. As a matter of fact, you know, Dolomite is on Netflix.
Yeah.
And a show I just did called Family Reunion with Loretta Devine and Richard Roundtree. That's for Netflix.
Okay.
So, you know, I shot some shows for Netflix, so we're just gonna see. But I'm not that bitch. I don't run and chase and beg and under that for nobody. If they want me, they know where to find me. Come holler at me and let's get down. But as far as like, please, you know, I've done all that, and I'm not doing any of that. God let me ride out like this. That's what it is, you know.
Right. You've been doing your thing. I was just curious because I see a lot of the artists they're coming out, and there's a lot of artists that I feel like I've watched some of the Netflix things, and it's like they're okay. You don't seem like the type that I mean. Well, I don't know. I feel. So let me ask you one more thing. So smoking wise, what do you like to smoke on? Are you an indica or are you a sativa?
I'm a sativa girl. I don't need no help going to sleep. I mean, sometimes I do, but I'll eat a edible for that. You know, I'm an edible girl. I like gummies and coffee beans more than I like any of the chocolates or cupcakes or Rice Krispie treats or any of that shit. Just gummies and coffee beans is really all I eat. I got a lot of vape shit here. Bishop gave me a lot. Every now and then I'll hit that. I don't like the choke and cough and stuff like that. I just like to be smooth with it, and I like me some good kush. I mean, we in Cali. What the fuck? You know?
So my daughter wanted me to ask you. She says, because when she saw you was coming on, she was like, I'm gonna watch Lunell. I'm like, you're gonna watch everybody else? She said, I'm watching Lunell. She's 20 years old. She wanted me to ask you. She said, who influenced you growing up? Who were the comedians that influenced you growing up? Was there
Your daughter really asked you to ask me that?
No, I swear to God. I promise to God. I'll show you. I'll send you the text when she do it. She just sent me a text and said, ask her who were the female people that influenced you when you were growing up.
Well, really, it was people like LaWanda Page, who played Aunt Esther on on Sanford and Son, Roseanne Barr, Joan Rivers. Now, as far as peers that I appreciate, of course, some more. Laura Hayes, Cheryl Underwood used to be and remains being a beast. And, Thea Vidal, who was the first Black woman to ever have a TV show in her own name. Marsha Warfield, who's the only other Black woman on the Strip in Las Vegas with me. And, it didn't matter whether you're Black or white. If you were funny, to me, like Lucille Ball, Carol Burnett, people like that. Which your daughter may not even know who the fuck they are.
No, listen, my daughter got an old soul. Trust me, she gets busy.
Well, good. Hey, baby. What's your daughter's name?
Taylor. She on there.
Hey, Taylor. Hey,
yep.
Taylor, girl.
Yeah, Taylor's my baby, though. She's smart. So my son, I got a 28-year-old son. He's a firefighter. He just became a firefighter about 2 months ago. So he was grind. He didn't. I kicked him out of the Grove. We had this big fight one day, and I'm like, he came in. The day before he had saved somebody's life, right? And so we had some issues at the Grove. We was going through it, and I'm like, yo, you gotta go be a fireman. And so I'm like, sink or swim. So you know what? That little motherfucker
Wow.
Yeah, he did what he did, and then he came. He's like, all right, went through the academy, and so he's a firefighter. So I get nervous, because he's a firefighter paramedic. So he's one of the first people that you see. So he's like, yo,
he's the first responder.
Oh, for real. He's the first guy. When he hops out the truck, that's the first guy that's gonna see you. So I get a little worried, but you know what? The creator has him.
I have a little pain in my chest over here. Send him over. I need a first responder.
You made me forget. So let me ask you a question. Who's the person that you like to work with? Who is the person that you work with that like you just have a blast no matter what movie y'all on? Because I said to myself when I was looking up the stuff, I was thinking you got a lot of Adam Sandler stuff too. And like Adam got his little crew. He always got his little crew, and I'm thinking like you were part of that crew. So like those Chris Rock, Adam Sandler, all of those people, it's got to be crazy behind the scenes if y'all are all together. But who's the person that you have a blast with?
The person I really have a blast with is Tracy Morgan.
Okay.
Tracy Morgan is a goddamn motherfucking fool. Of course, I will always love Cat Williams.
I was going to say Cat.
We've had some great times, but, Cat's pretty focused when he's working. He's not all what you think. So, but Tracy's a fool. I have a good time with Lavelle Crawford cracks me up.
Right.
And I love Lavelle. Me and Laura Hayes been riding together since we left Oakland, California. First it was Mark Curry, then it was Laura, then it was me.
Yep.
And
did you used to go with Mark Curry? Mark Curry had a show at the Hilton on the Strip. Did you ever come to those? I'm trying to think if I saw you there early. It was a while back, but Mark Curry had a show at the Hilton. For a quick
maybe
minute.
I might have came one time. I might have came.
Okay.
Once.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm very fond of Eddie Griffin too. Eddie is my motherfucker. Like we love each other, me and Eddie Griffin for sure. And right. George Wallace, and George Lopez, and David Allen Greer.
Okay. What about Tommy Davidson? What you laughing about? You thought about stuff, huh?
Me and David Allen Greer. He used to have a show called the Chocolate News right before Obama got elected, and we did some skits on the Chocolate News that was just fucking outrageous. So I had to laugh about that.
Okay.
And, you asked about Tommy Davidson.
Tommy Davidson?
Yeah, no, not a fan.
Okay, I didn't know that. All right, there you go.
I mean, I'm a fan of his work. Like, he's done some really funny shit. That shit on Martin, where he was, what's his name?
He's executive, Lunell or something like that? Yeah,
he was that.
Vernell.
The fans know when he was on Martin.
He was Vernell. Vernell was the...
Vernell Hill. That shit was classic. And then, of course, everything Tommy did on In Living Color was fucking classic. But personally, we're not really crazy about each other.
So I figured you would say Cat. I thought that would have been one of your top people because I was with Mike. Mike came to the crib one night and Cat and them was in town. And so we went to Wild and Out show. But he was definitely he's very intelligent. That's the one thing I peeped out about him. That comedy shit comes off, but he's very intelligent. When you have a real...
Yeah, he's not like this all the goddamn time.
No.
Very quiet, very mellow, very chill.
Yeah, He was very he was funny. He switched up on me at the end of the night, but he was still there. He was intelligent. I've been around Mike with who? How about TK Kirkland?
TK and I go back many years. I love TK. I think he's really shitty and funny like that.
Right.
Yeah, I love DL, and somebody asked about Steve Harvey. Steve and I don't have a relationship like that. I don't know him like that. Yeah.
Any Bernie Mac stories? Anything Bernie Mac wise?
I only worked with Bernie Mac once. My baby daddy was a comedian before me.
Okay.
And him and Bernie used to tour together. I only worked with Bernie once at the Paramount Theater in Oakland, California. It was me, John Hinton from In Living Single.
Yep.
And Bernie Mac. And, you know, I have had the opportunity to see Bernie destroy room. Destroy room. D.C. Curry used to destroy a lot, too, back in the day. So, and John Witherspoon, of course, rest in peace.
Rest in peace, John Witherspoon. You know, like sometimes, I said to myself, John Witherspoon is truly going to be missed. Like, he was hilarious. I mean, he was in so many good things. And just, I don't know, he just, to me, that one really hit me. Like, damn,
it's hard to miss him because he's on TV every day because the Wayans show has never been off TV. So that's the blessing of television, is that, you know, like his kids or whatever, if they ever want to get a laugh at Pops, he right there, you know.
Right there.
That's I hope that I end up like that. Socialist _562 asked me, would I ever go on Celebrity Family Feud? Yeah, but not with my family.
Well, you get a whole different family.
Yeah, we've already talked about it like for 10 years, but my family is way too ignorant, and they would know, not with my family. Not.
Who would, if you could take 4 other people with you, who would they be?
Jamie Foxx.
Okay, good. Yep.
Margaret Cho.
Margaret Cho. Okay, that's a good choice. A little different.
George Lopez.
Okay.
And maybe either Eddie Griffin or Gina Yashere. Was the highest paid black female comic in London. But they have a ceiling cap there where you can't make no more money. So she came to the United States. You can follow her on Instagram, too. She's gay. She's black. She's funny than a motherfucker.
Who was that again?
Her name's Gina Yashere. Ginayashere. She ain't for everybody. You got to have a mind. You got to be intelligent. You're not talking about dick and pussy all day. That's me. You know, but Gina's yeah.
So when we get Lunell on the stage, is that your alter ego? Is that like the person that you like? You like fuck everybody, or do you is it really you? Because I like Mike gets so, and sometimes it's Mike. When I see Jack really get on, it's them. Like I know them. They're saying that shit, but it's kind of really them. Are you that same way, or you have an alter ego that you just get up there like, fuck it, get out of here, let me do my thing?
No, that's me, babe. That's me. Pretty much. You can ask my husband. What you see is what you get on stage. That's pretty much me. You know, like I don't even know how to write a joke. All I do is tell what's happened to me in my life and shit that I see and shit that I think is funny. And God has blessed me to be able to make a career out of that. But that's me all day. That's me all day.
Okay, so with that being said, like, let me ask you a question. If you had a strain name of your own, has anybody ever offered you your own strain? Would you want your own?
Yes, I've been offered my own strain before.
Okay, well, what would you name your strain? What would the name of your strain be?
Oh, probably something like, you know, Delicious by Lunell, or Night Night. I don't know what I would name my strain. Just, Lunell's Good Time Cannabis Corporate. I don't know, but it would be something to have a good time, though.
I got you. Okay. Well, listen, we have the ability at G5 over here to get you a strain. So maybe we have to talk it up with you and get you something about because
huh?
Well, so G5 is a grow. We're in Vegas. We're the only. Well, there's two of us. There's two African Americans who actually own the cultivation. I'm one of them, and then there's another brother out of Houston right now. So it's just me and him. We the only ones that got licenses from the cultivation side. So I have the ability to grow a strain and say, you know what, I'm gonna name this whatever I want. I got two people right now that I have that are, well, three. I got Nokia from Drew Hill.
What's his called?
His is called Nokia. And then I have Darren Bragg, Big Baby, the one that's on Wild 'N Out. His is called Big Baby Buds. And I have Cameron from Dipset, and his is called Pink Me.
Well, you know, my fans, we like to call them lunatics, you know.
Right.
So, Lunell lunatic. So, you know, you might have that lunatic. Got that lunatic?
A lunatic Kush, huh?
Yeah.
I'm with it. We can put it in the rotation. Look, we love you.
Let's talk about it.
Listen, we don't have no females, and like everybody keep asking. I'm like, you know what? We're gonna have to get one sooner or later. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's me. Don't you dare get another bitch before you get my lunatic out.
So lunatic, Lunell lunatic. See, that would be dope too, because you know, I think that would be a little different. They don't expect that. I always figured like a lot of times y'all don't want to take those opportunities because it might mess up some of your other career stuff that you're doing. So I'm like, you got, like you said, you don't just smoke all the time. There's my daughter right there, Taylor Dior. Facts. Look at her. That's her. Facts.
Hi, Taylor. Where you been? I've already been talking to you.
So that's why we don't really offer it to some people, just because, they figure, no, it's gonna mess up my other checks over here. Because some people,
Somebody wanted Vic Yvette wanted to ask me if I remember Simply Marvelous. Yes, Simply Marvelous used to live in Oakland. Simply Marvelous is the first black